Hey people, it is Tuesday, October 17th. The time is 3:17 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 15 degrees Celsius. And that is a few degrees warmer than Alexa said it would get today. When I woke up at around 9 a.m., apparently it was 8 degrees. And Alexa said there'd be a high of 11. And it's already up to 15. And this here is Christie Pitts Park. I was in the area having lunch. And I had planned on doing an indoor walk today. But it's such a nice day, I didn't want to pass up this weather. So what I think I'll do is wander through Koreatown and maybe the Annex a bit. And I'll go along the main stretch on Bloor, but we'll also head along some residential streets. There's a sign regarding the Alcohol in Parks pilot project, which expired on October 19th. And no harm came from that. In fact, I think a lot of good came from that. This was one of the parks that was a part of that pilot project. And hopefully that's made permanent and will be citywide. There is Christie Station. And this is Bloor Street here. And I wanted to try out this banh mi restaurant. I walked by the other week on a live stream and a viewer said it was must try. Lam Han banh mi. And I had their grilled lemongrass chicken, and I will say it did live up to the recommendation. It was excellent. So it's safe to say I will be back in the area going there. We've had so many gray, overcast days lately. It is quite nice to be looking at this blue sky. So I can do that indoor walk I planned another day. So this is east along the north side of Bloor Street in Koreatown. The neighborhood just to the north of here is Seaton Village. And right across the street is, or was, Clinton's, a mainstay of this neighborhood for a very long time. And that has recently been rebranded Bar 693. It changed ownership during the pandemic. They still have the club in the back, where they'll have things like 90s dance nights. I think they've incorporated a Korean restaurant into it now. Speaking of which, there's Soondabu Dulsat Bap, aka Bukchangdong Soon Tofu. Maybe what I'll do is I'll walk over to Euclid and then we'll head south
Why is Chris's friend just standing inside?
And then I can come back up on Palmerston,
Hair so long, Cole.
which is a really nice residential street. And just yesterday I was filming another area with a lot of Korean establishments up in Willowdale. I guess since it's 3:20, there'll be a bit of an after-school crowd out on the streets now. It's time to buy a pumpkin, I guess. There's Dalgone. On my Sunday night stumble stream, I was reading a list of the 30 most exciting restaurants in Toronto you could eat at, and this was on the list, although that's a chain. I'm not sure what location that list was referring to. All right, I'm going to cross the street here because I want to go south down Euclid just for a block, and then I'll pop up over at Palmerston. Just wait for a break in traffic. I probably should have been on the south side of the street. You also have to be careful not to step in front of any cyclists along here. Make sure the bike lane's clear. So this is Euclid Avenue. There's a lot of beautiful old homes here. And in a week or so, I guess, a lot of these trees will be changing colors. I just wanted to detour a little bit off of Bloor Street. Some Halloween decorations going up.
Learn about it. No, me too. But I'm saying that if you're going to do it, then have it do it.
So this is Lennox Street. I'll take this over to Palmerston and then pop back up to Bloor. And that is Bathurst Street off in the distance. And Palmerston was recently resurfaced. We got this counterflow bike lane here. It's a one-way street heading north in this stretch. And for my money, this is one of the nicer residential streets at this time of year for sure that you could walk along. Maybe I'll come back and do a video once all the fall colors are in full effect. Also meaning to get out to Hyde Park. And Palmerston has these decorative street lamps that are quite nice. But they only run between College and Bloor Street here. And it's Palmerston Boulevard south of Bloor, but on the north side it is Palmerston Avenue. And it's back to Bloor, so I'll be here for a few more blocks. Maybe we'll walk over into the Annex and I'll find a street and I'll head north. And we'll explore that residential area a bit. Just listening to Shaggy cruising around in the bike lanes. It's pretty awesome. People going into Arisu, and there's an entrance to Bathurst Station right here on Markham Street. There's Mirvish Village, or what was Mirvish Village, across the street. And the new, mostly rental residential complex going up where Honest Ed's, an iconic discount department store, used to exist. And you can still go on Google Street View and turn back the clock and explore this area before it was torn down. Secrets from your sister. Why would they be secrets? And this is Bathurst Street. So I'll be crossing over into downtown once I'm on the other side. And Bathurst Station is just to the north of here. Looks like that van was trying to back out with all those pedestrians in its way. Well, they worked it out. Where this Dollarama is used to be a popular record store called Sonic Boom. That moved over to where Honest Ed's used to be. And now it's down in Chinatown. There's the Ted Rogers Hot Dog Cinema. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods in the city, and one I've explored on video many times. In fact, I came here just to sort of hang out before I recorded this. I had no intentions on recording it today. I went to, oh, that's interesting, fruit and vegetables out of the back of a minivan. I went to a place called Future Bistro and I had nice coffee. Also, one of the people working there recognized me. That was neat. Then I went over and I had that banh mi, and then my plan was to go make the indoor video, but this is a borderline gorgeous day. There's Lee's Palace across the street. Dare I say, a perfect fall day. Chimney cakes and ice cream. There's L Furniture. And that's the spot I went to earlier. They've got an excellent selection of cakes. If you've got a bit of a sweet tooth, you can also get an adult beverage in there. It's quite an excellent place. Have a sandwich. Let's get off the beaten path a little bit. This is Brunswick Avenue. There's where the once legendary Brunswick House used to be, which turned into a Rexall pharmacy, and now it's a Value Village. Let's go north of Brunswick. This is the neighborhood where the legendary Jane Jacobs called home. I think she lived a little bit west of here on Albany. That's not hard to see why she would have liked this area. This is a linear park. I'm guessing the subway line runs underneath here, east-west, as it is just north of Bloor. The Annex has some really unique and beautiful old homes. And much like Palmerston, Brunswick has a counterflow bike lane. And the name of the street I just turned onto is escaping me. It's a really nice looking old walk-up. This is Lowther Avenue. I knew that. I think there's a loft conversion planned for this church. You can see what the development proposal says.
Is it Kai key? What is coaching? Maybe.
So we're about here. So it looks like they're probably going to preserve the facade and just shove a big condo in it.
Oh, and the saddest thing is we forgot it was Dada's birthday, so we need to make it up to him.
It's the Walmer Rd Baptist Church. Well, that's too bad. I kind of wanted to... Well, let's check out this apartment up here anyways. I wanted to head over there. onto Spadina, but that road is closed. There's some awesome examples of 60s style architecture in this area. They'd probably shut the fountain off for the season. You can imagine what that would be like. There's this apartment here. No exit, local traffic only. The landscaping for this rental building is really nice. There's a few apartment buildings like this in the Annex. I'm going to veer away from the construction. And we'll head south. Looks like that apartment building has had its balcony replaced recently. There's that style of home the Annex is known for. There's an entrance to the station. And that'll take you down to the Line 2 platform. It's a bit of a hike if you want to make your way over to Line 1. There's Burrito Banditos, which never quite gained the popularity that Burrito Boys has. Even though the chain split from Burrito Boys. I can't really tell a difference between them. And it is back to Bloor Street.
right? Yeah, it's but this isn't for ready change? Good day. Ready change?
Looks like school's just let out. Normally I end these in the subway station, but it's so nice. I might stay out a bit. Maybe I'll make another video. Shows what I know I planned to do. An inside walk on the nicest day, and I come downtown not prepared for this. I'm just gonna sit down here for a little bit and think of something I could do. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one, walking through Koreatown and The Annex and some of the side streets connected to those fantastic neighborhoods. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to channel membership and Patreon down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink.